Don't y'all know how in 1863 John D. Rockefeller established his first oil refinery, which we all know today as Standard Oil.
Yeah.
And with that enterprise, he then expanded into the pharmaceutical and education systems. And in 1912, the Titanic tragedy happened, which led to the establishment of the Federal Reserve. And then when people came out about how he used his oil business to start making petroleum-based medicine, he then established the American Cancer Society in 1913, the year right after the Federal Reserve was established.
That he was a part of.
That he was a part of. Him, J.P. Morgan, the Rothschilds, like they were all a part of that shit. The same people who left the ship, the Titanic, right before it sank.
Somehow it sunk.
Somehow it sunk.
I wonder
with the people with all the billionaires who were millionaires and billionaires who were against the Federal Reserve.
Yes, the Federal Reserve.
Like, come on now.
And then the next year they open it.
Like, come on now, bro.
That's rough.
That shit honestly weird. You established the American Cancer Society to suppress that information, and all the doctors and stuff who came out about your medicine or your practices, your medicinal practices being like not like natural or not working. You try to restrict them of teaching medicine or studying medicine.
And effective practices
that was deemed unsinkable somehow sunk.
Exactly.
So
yeah, I know.
Then wait. Then they wasn't it a practice like or run through like ship off that.
Oh yeah, it was called the. I know what you're talking about. A ship that went in place of the Titanic.
It went in place of the Titanic. It went and came back.
I forgot what it was called, but
they made the same trip, right?
Yeah, they broke it down. They showed how like the Titanic windows had different windows. Rather, it was called the Olympus or the Olympic. The Olympic, I think. It was the same. It was like
I think it's the Olympus.
Yeah, the Olympus or the Olympic. It was one of them.
One and two.
That shit weird as fuck. Like, come on now, bro. Like that whole Federal Reserve this thing just like they use all of that money to like just do whatever they want with it basically. Like they can literally control everything coming into the US, leaving the US, leaving the world. Like they control all the economics in the world, the financial, anything is in their name. In the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, these families, these higher ups, these elites, like they are in power, bro.
And how you think the US even got to this point financially? They realized been pouring in not for decades, centuries.
Exactly.
Like families, those 13 families, bro.
13 families, 13 colonies.
For
it's only 13,
bro. It's been here from the start of slavery.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to tell you, and before that,
it dials back. That's weird. And like literally, think about when the year that he established his oil refinery. Exactly. That was literally the same year that the Emancipation Proclamation happened.
Yeah.
And y'all know what's even weirder? You know they said Abraham Lincoln was against the Federal Reserve as well?
Yes. And what happened to Abraham Lincoln?
Shot nigga. And you know they said the Rothschilds killed him. Y'all heard about that?
Yes.
That's what I like. Fuck my.
It's the same thing with the names. It tied back to the names, the amount of letters in the names with John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah, John Wilkes Booth and Lee Harvey
Oswald and JFK, who was also what?
Against the Federal Reserve.
Against the Federal Reserve.
Oh my goodness.
And against slavery. And against slavery. And against slavery.
He died the same way.
Yes, and he died the same way. Against slavery.
Against slavery.
But what was slavery though?
Slavery was segregation. Everything has been modernized. If you really look at that shit, everything has been modernized. Y'all ever thought to yourselves the question, who did the slave owners answer to, fool?
Oh shit.
Like, everybody, like, them niggas, bro, they were pouring in billions of dollars. Translated today, that's hundreds of billions of dollars within them 300 years.
And it wasn't all ran by the slave owners.
Exactly.
They had somebody they was bound down to and answering to. They just wasn't all.
And you know what made it more crazy? And we were just talking about this, how 70% of them, the Jews, owned slaves. It wasn't black and white. It wasn't white people. It wasn't black people, obviously, owning black slaves. It was them.
Oh, that shit weird,
so remember, it ties back to them. It
ties back to the Rothschilds. Rothschilds, they were Jewish. They started Israel. And look what you can like.
What is doing that?
Come on, bro. They started Israel, and like all of these people, like everything leads back to exactly the
Yeah.
people that he saved.
Yeah.
And it's so weird because like this shit is modernized now. They didn't take in 100% of that profit. Them niggas would have been living on they whole
First of
fucking
all,
plantation would have been the damn
houses
house.
was
Shit,
Like,
way
bro,
too.
Houses was way too.
the houses would have been made out of fucking gold.
Yeah.
They weren't, bro. They were the middlemen.
Yeah.
They were middlemen, bro.
Yeah, they responded to someone, and that is who they responded to. That is who they answered
Of course,
to.
we don't know exactly.
Like, bro, they had heads that they bowed down and put their heads
Exactly.
down
Yeah.
to when certain people
When,
came into the room.
when people walking into that room, them people with them big old suits, nice cars, like it was. I'm telling you, all them people they know of, but probably never seen before.
Yeah.
Probably never seen before.
Sending other people out to respond to.
Exactly.
Like, come
Exactly.
on, bro.
When like was the Industrial Revolution in the 40s or something?
It
like that?
was.
Look it up just real quick
It
because
was because it was right after slavery.
it wasn't in the 40s. My bad, Chet.
It was right after slavery. So it was.
When did the Industrial Revolution
It's
start?
from the 1760s to 1840.
1840.
Yeah,
No, so
It
so-
wasn't 18. So it ended in
So it was
1840.
yeah,
So it was during
during
slavery.
yeah. Ooh, so they was already in the works. They already had it in the works.
So yeah,
Ooh, they already had it in the works. They
So-
lined that shit up like that.
So as they was developing all that,
All the technology,
all the technology,
everything,
all
the
the
next
new
phase.
machines, that they developing the next phase.
As they
But
were
you
developing
know,
the next phase,
but
they was
black,
knowing
but
that
black
it was
people
about to end it, though.
weren't working in
No.
working in like
No.
oil factories
No.
and stuff like that.
No.
None of that shit. So
Guess what? Them
It's-
jobs were kept for certain people. It was kept for certain people, but
But it wasn't certain people like we think it was. We thinking that it was just all white people. It wasn't.
No,
that's
I
the
know,
thing.
I know.
That's what
Yeah.
they washing.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm realizing though.
Yeah.
They realize washing to the point where they all right, black and white, 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 black and white.
black and
Not
white,
black and
black and
white.
white. It's
It
never
wasn't
been
never
black
been
and
black
white.
and white.
it's never been
And
black
to
and
this
white. They
day-
didn't make it like
Yes,
that.
and to
So
this day, they realize forcing black and white to the point where the white people with no conscience, no brain,
Exactly.
are thinking that it's actually black and white.
Yeah.
Oh, we actually was a part of that. Y'all wasn't a part of that
Exactly.
group. That group don't fuck with y'all either. They don't fuck with no one else outside of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I realize looking dumb as shit, representing them, making the plot easier.
You know what's even weirder, right? You sound like everything was black. Like they try to force the hate for between blacks and whites so much. First of all, I'm gonna just say in the segregation era, they don't tell you how there were white people literally alongside black people during the civil rights.
Yes.
It was civil
Right.
rights. It was white civil rights activists
Yeah.
as well. Don't forget that part.
Yeah, don't push
Also,
It's funny because it's
it's
in
not
these
only pictures. It's pictures of these white people walking alongside these people.
Brushing that apart.
They brushing that off.
Brushing it off.
And back then in the fucking in ancient Mesopotamia, you had a black emperor of Rome. It were black emperors in Roman
Across the globe,
in the Roman Empire,
Across the
bro.
globe.
There were black emperors in the Roman Empire. White people were answering to black emperors, fool.
Across the globe.
But now you got people like, oh, white, black.
It was literally.
You got white, black.
But it's
N word, C word, like,
All
bro,
across.
like, bro.
all across the African continent. It was literally big empires. They would go through countries, go all throughout Europe, and it was literally all kinds of people praising them because of how rich and like how mesmerized they was at even the sight of them. So you
Yeah.
telling me you go from that to being owned by owned by people.
And
Unless you
remember,
know something
y'all
else,
said,
right?
exactly. And remember what y'all said. 70% of the people were Jews, right?
Yeah.
So who else? Who other than the true Israelites would they put into slavery? They didn't put anybody into slavery.
Exactly.
What? Who knows? Maybe the Native Americans were here, but they say black people took that position for them to go into slavery. But what if we didn't take that position? The white people just said left the Native Americans alone, just took their land, and then came to us to throw us into slavery.
Or Native American.
We are the Native.
We are the Native Americans.
Yes,
we're the
yeah.
true.
We're the
We're the true base of humanity.
Yes.
fool.
Yes.
Like, that's what people fail to understand. That's why it don't make sense.
Everybody
for
has some sort
of
of
black.
black
And
in
then it's called the
And if you
Eve.
don't, you are a Caucasoid.
Yeah.
Simple.
Exactly.
Like you realize got some percentage of
Exactly.
Neanderthal in you. Like you realize not 100% human.
Yes.
If you contain no melanin.
Exactly.
The sun has melanin. Grass has melanin. My hair has melanin. Our hair
Yes.
roots.
Yes.
Roots. Like plants have melanin. Like, bro,
So if you don't,
Melanin is being, by the gram, melanin is being sold for fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars.
By the gram.
By the gram. That shit, bro.
it's deep, bro.
Like, think about it. They literally, like, when people say modern day slavery, they don't even think about it. Like, slave owners were literally managers.
Yeah,
they were
just
managers. They weren't fucking.
For the
They
people
weren't
that-
fucking pulling it. First of all, they weren't pulling in all of that profit.
it wasn't.
They
They wasn't
weren't-
putting
they were
in
fucking
100%.
managers.
What are you
Well,
talking
and
about?
keeping 100%. You wasn't.
You wasn't keeping 100%. And then back then, when they ended slavery, where did all that money go? Where do you think all that money went?
Or where it went into
Exactly.
the next phase.
Into the next phase. And how you think Rockefeller bought out all of them oil businesses within 3 years? How did his enterprise become the largest in his region in 3 years?
In world history, though.
In world history. And he ended up becoming the richest man in human history.
Yes.
He had a net worth of $500 billion.
Exactly.
And, like, translated in today's funds. 500 billion? Not million, nigga.
Billion.
Billion with a fucking
Or
B.
education and pharmaceuticals
Yeah.
or
Medicine,
medicine, whatever we
Like,
whatever
bro,
we
he
want.
literally took control of everything, pouring in millions of dollars of profit every year.
Big three. That's the big three.
Big three.
That's the big.
That's how
three.
you control the world.
Exactly.
He knew.
Oil is in everything. Food. It's even in your damn soap. Like, he knew. He knew that investing in oil would literally, you know what I'm saying?
How else would he know?
They knew, bro, he a time traveler,
bro.
bro.
How
I don't
else would he
care.
know? Time
Right.
travel.
Reptilian. These people have been living for thousands of years. They've
They
been
rely
using
on the
adrenaline.
scoop.
They've been using
I
adrenaline.
tell you.
They've been using all of this stuff to keep themselves alive. You know, it was. I'm going off a little bit off topic here, but it was literally a fucking what's his name? James Brown commercial. It was, I think it was like a BMW commercial that released in 2002. He literally was making a deal with the devil. He said, I'm aging, man. I need 50 more years or whatever it is. He said, okay, then you need to do this. You need to do whatever. You need 50 more years. And they started talking about how he needed to drink some blood or he needed to do whatever. They literally telling you, bro. That was in 2002. They've been doing this shit for thousands of years, bro.
Yeah.
These people have been here for thousands of years. You think John D. Rockefeller is dead? That thing ain't
No,
dead,
it's
bro.
not dead.
He like Mara right now. He living underground somewhere, man. Hiding from the sun. He can't be in the sun. He like Mara right now. He living through people,
Nah,
bro.
Yeah.
Like, this shit is weird, fool.
Oh, he's a clown, man. A clown.
Well, think about it, bro. He
Yeah, I
think
think-
he did, bro.
I think
Come on,
that's
bro.
like-
He
That's
not
like Queen
dead.
Elizabeth being dead.
She not dead. These
I
people
think
aren't
that's why
dying.
he made it. It's so many tunnels. If you think about it, dog, it's tunnels
Everywhere.
Exactly.
Why does Area 51 have all them? How is it so many? How is
Exactly.
it like what are we talking about?
Yeah.
What are we
It's
talking
so many
The
times.
tunnel system literally matches up with a missing kid
Missing
report.
kids report, and that been like that since. And this information been found whether it was 2013 or 2019, been found like the national parks, people, kids going missing.
And I'm
It's across the globe.
exactly. And I'm gonna go a little bit more off topic. Not really off topic. It's really on topic. It's like with missing kids and shit. You know, Ghislaine Maxwell had connections with Disneyland. She had connections with Disneyland. She used to be.
Like
and
what?
Walt Disney
Like
Freemason. He had a
33rd, by the way.
33rd. Oh, that's not talking about the 33 club or whatever the fuck at
Club
Disneyland.
33. That's
Club
what the restaurant
33,
is.
exactly.
That's what the restaurant
With
is.
checkerboard, checkerboard flooring, and shit. You got to be either rich or a high level person to get up in there. It's a club at Disney World. It's not for kids.
No.
It's not for kids. I was
Yeah,
about to make a
it's
video
all
on that
club.
shit.
And all the like the back rooms and tunnels and stuff that
Right,
people have
it's-
to discover going through Disney World.
And you know, and
I never.
And the scariest
I'm sorry.
thing is, you know, one of the Disney cruise lines literally went to Epstein Island.
Huh?
On everything I love, bro. They had the Disney cruise line. It said on the website that it literally stopped at Epstein, Little St. James Island. I promise you. I can pull it. It's on the screen right now. It literally had a cruise line going to Little St. James Island.
Come on, bro. You gotta make that.
Come
happen.
on, bro.
You gotta make
All
that
the missing
happen.
Disney
I was about to
kids.
say, what's on the cruise line?
Yeah.
What's on that
Exactly.
cruise line? A bunch of kids.
And you know what's even weirder? When you know at Disney World when the missing kid like happens, they don't announce it on the intercom.
No.
They don't do none of that shit. They had it behind the scenes.
Oh,
it's in back rooms,
Yeah, it's
bro.
like in the back rooms, and they say the kids, that shit give me chills. And they say the kids will literally like pop up like hours later, like in random places, and they look different.
And they realize just look spaced
Or
out.
they look spaced out, or they look like they done been through something in that short period of time. Like these people are sick, sickening. Think about how disturbing that is.
Yeah.
Nick, literally the same shape of Hudson Island. Like, what are you?
Yeah.
They're literally showing you these. They don't care about
And
children.
it's the same people
They are
that run,
attacking the
bro.
kids more. Protect your children
Yeah,
at all
please,
costs.
please.
They don't care about your children. They
No,
want to
yeah.
harm your children.
Know your children.
Mentally,
Right.
spiritually, like physically. They want to do the most harm to your children because they're the next
Just to
generation.
raise their adrenochrome. That's
They
as
get a
simple as
spike. They
that.
get a spike of adrenaline
It's like,
from that shit.
like
bro.
it's weird because they like it's like the first few seconds when the child is like deeply frightened, and it's most active in children. When the child is deeply frightened, that's what they want. Like,
Yeah.
the blood at that point, like for you to like pull out a axe and probably chop them in their leg. Sorry to be graphic. That scream, like that initial burst, like is so disgusting, bro. Not done too much digging, bro. That's why I had to take so much long of a break.
Yeah.
Because
It's-
once
it's-
you discover the truth, you gotta do that for your soul just to get away.
Yeah.
But I realized some videos and stuff like that happen with these cults and stuff like that. Bohemian Grove,
Bohemian
with
Grove,
Ryan Garcia, like what he was talking about,
Yeah.
really got swept under the rug, but it's really the dead truth.
And you said you
like-
would never see him fight
Yep.
again. I promise you will never see him
Nope.
fight again. He will never be in
You
another
might
fight.
fight, not gonna be in no high class fight. You feel like gonna fight a couple of more fights, probably.
Or like some YouTubers or some shit.
Yeah,
He can fight like a
his career
YouTuber.
really not gonna get washed away when he had the
Exactly.
potential to be one of the world's greatest fighters.
Exactly.
Like he realized rose up the rank.
That shit is
And
honest.
then realized once that happened, that was at the height of his career.
Speaking of Disney,
Disney, think about it. They really had.
I know they be playing like I don't know if y'all be peeping, but in certain movies they're like throwing the word sex. Like we're like flat.
Yeah.
I swear, all throughout movies. What was the joint? It was I can't think of the movie for nothing. But they will literally it'll be some grass, it'll go through some dust or something. They will find ways to put
It's just like
sex in the way.
Unconsciously.
Yeah, just they're trying to subconsciously,
Yeah,
subconsciously.
But a lot of people not gonna focus, but it's going to somehow
Somehow
get engraved in
registered,
that.
yeah.
Get engraved in their mind. Yeah. But these kids movies,
And people literally got mad. Speaking of Pixar movies, people was literally trying to cancel Snoop Dogg because he took his grandson to a movie to see the Lightyear movie, right? He took his grandson to go see the Lightyear movie, and I think they showed a bisexual couple. His grandson said, "How is that even possible?" And the bisexual couple had a child, and it was like, his grandson was like, "How is that even possible?" He said, "Shut up, just watch a movie." Like he's like, and then he ended up saying like, "I'm scared to even bring my grandson here because." He don't want to answer questions like that. He don't want to be put in situations like that. Why is that in kids' movies?
Yeah.
Why is that in kids'
kid
movies?
movie?
Why?
Buzz
Lightyear, the new Lightyear movie that dropped in 2022. That junk, fool. Everybody had a bisexual couple with a
I
kid.
didn't know
in
that.
that junk. Yes,
two black ones?
it was a white woman and a black
and a
woman.
black one.
Like y'all can do whatever y'all want. Do that to an adult movie or something.
that's fine.
Not
That's
a
fine.
kids movie.
Why in the kids movie?
That's fine. Adult movie, do what you do.
Yeah, do what you do.
Look,
because
if you
our
bring
minds
it
are
back
already registered to how we feel about certain things.
Yeah.
Like you
don't try to force
like
that upon
stop
no
forcing
kid.
that on kids. You can
Bruh.
live however you want. But
Bruh.
why in a kids movie
Dude.
forcing a
It
kid to like stop
It's
playing
it's
that?
bad.
It
It's
gets
really
worse.
to the point where it's allowed.
It
Like
gets worse.
it's allowed in school buildings. It's allowed with kids. They show it through movie shows. They just allow that type of lifestyle before they even have the mental capacity or the mental scope
They have a
to be
task
able
to
to make them
choose.
decisions for themselves. Just let them be kids.
Let them be
Even if you
kids.
want-
Why is all that stuff forced in the child's life anyway?
It's
Let
fine.
them
It's
grow
fine.
up. Let them
Let
have
them get them
fun.
away from who? Come on now, that's all.
That's
it's
even
about.
weirder. You know what? It was a woke pastor, woke pastor lady. She realized was explaining the story of Noah's Ark to children. She said the rainbow in Noah's Ark stood for pride. She was explaining how that stood for pride.
What are we talking about?
What other symbol from the Noah's Ark story can you remember? There's another symbol in that story. Yes, Carter, a rainbow. Look, we've got some rainbows. I have a rainbow bracelet today. A rainbow. Do you know that rainbows are another kind of symbol beyond what God intended the rainbow to mean? Jerian. It is a symbol for LGBTQ plus people. That is right. And they're beautiful. I agree.
She was teaching kids how that stood for pride, right? In the Barnes and Noble, on TikTok, they showed the girl was recording herself. And they probably had children's book, gay BCs.
A whole section
of pride kids books.
Pride kids books. Not no
regular books.
Pride
Gay
BCs. Gay BCs though.
And Timberline
They brought like some of the letters was wild.
I think B was for binary. C was for like I don't fucking know,
like,
bro.
They brought forcing.
Like they're forcing it. Stop. Stop it.
It was a bisexual couple saying like when
No, B
like,
was for bisexual.
Yes.
Why are you teaching kids for that? Why are you teaching kids?
I'm saying.
It was even a gay. They was a gay couple. That was like what the fuck are y'all doing?
What is this?
We're gay, but we're in Barnes and Nobles, and there's a kids book section, a gay kids book section, and this shit is crazy. Look at this. Okay, there's the gay BCs, right? Bye bye binary. Bye bye binary with a mohawk on a baby. Gay BCs, you're not ready. Can you hold this? Okay. What? A is for arrow and ace. B is for bi. This is crazy. We're gay, but this is crazy. What? For a baby? Okay, E is for equality. We'll take that. F is for family. Okay, we're getting better. Okay, why did it start so crazy?
H is for hope.
It got better. I is for intersex. It's pushing it. For a baby, this is pushing
What
it.
is this? Like, why y'all? Why? I don't understand.
That shit honestly pisses me
It's
off.
puzzling fools.
It's pisses me off. Like, what are you doing?
Like,
You're indoctrinating these kids.
If that's gonna be the answer, if that's what you're gonna be, what you like ultimately, alright.
It's okay, dude.
But,
You-
But at
forcing it is
4,
crazy.
3, 4, 5, 6 years old, y'all just like, here y'all go. Like this. Why is this y'all go to poison the minds of these young kids?
Indoctrinating.
Let them be free
Kids
to
can't be
choose
kids.
whatever they want to when the time comes. Why be like, oh yeah, let's get it to them early. So this is what they want to become. This is what they like. Let them choose. Let
It's a
them
population thing. It's always get back to that.
choose. Exactly.
a population thing,
To
right?
what? And then
Like even
Slice that
like
pie.
I'm sorry. I gotta talk about this shit, fool. Why have the last 7 school shooters have been trans or non-binary?
Exactly.
These people have mental disorders.
Exactly.
These people aren't right in the head. These people aren't right upstairs. Why have the last 7 school shooters been non-binary or transgender?
Why
Last 6 or 7 been transgender. The 7th
other
one,
ones?
the other one, like, come on, bro.
They made sure
Come
to
on,
make
bro.
two. They made
And-
they made sure to make 2 was black, but the rest was what?
Yeah.
White or some other nationality.
Exactly.
They trying too hard though.
Exactly.
People
They're possessing these people.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're possessing.
That's about like the jump with the black dude with Black Rock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Get the fuck
That
out
was a
of here.
sign talking about he was intending to go for the NFL building. Nah, he knew he was going at.
Exactly.
Come on now. Come on, bruh. No. Like some people do stuff intentional, but they try and mix in stuff like that. Come on now, to get the attention there. They realize swept that under the rug. That's not gonna get talked about no
Yeah,
more.
that's not ever again.
Nah.
And then why the dude that was in a Black Rock commercial that was what was he?
Shooter for the Donald Trump
yeah.
rally.
Why was he spoken about in the last 13 months? He was spoken about less than what that last school shooter was like in 13 minutes. We knew more about that nigga in 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Knew everything about that nigga. What he put on his rifles, he was literally writing so much shit on his rifles. It's
Yeah.
like he was fucking.
Oh, yeah,
No
I'm
fucking
saying what
mentally
you're talking
stable person is doing
Yeah,
that.
like
He's
all
not
that
right,
rifle
man.
going
Come
into
on,
the-
bro. Come
No.
on, bro. He had a reason. He was possessed, bro. I feel like these people are possessed.
Yeah,
And we talked about that, fool. Like,
Yeah, we did.
We talked. They really controlling people.
They controlling people.
Yeah.
They're controlling these people, fool. Like,
or they just spending them off. They come because
MK
when they
Ultra.
tie
MK
back to that, like the drugs that they was using, Israelite using LSD and all that to see if they could control people's minds, control people's emotions.
To
Israelite
create what?
going through all that to create
the whole goal of MK Ultra was to create super spies.
super spies, super soldiers.
Who would kill? Hold on. Who would kill on command
Yeah.
with no killing? Come on, bro. Ain't no mentally sane. Come on. Ain't no mentally sane person walking into school shooting kids. I don't give a fuck what you say.
School just started.
And the most recent
In a church.
Why
in
they
a
was
church.
praying.
While they were praying, that's demonic possession. Fool. They're demonically possessing these fucking people and making them do shit like this.
Only
Making people feel like that God isn't the way.
Yeah.
Like God can't save you type shit. It's like
It's an attack.
There's an attack. It's a spiritual attack. We're in a spiritual warfare right now.
Yeah,
fool.
and we have been
Like,
for at least strongly, like this strong for the last 6 to 10 years. It's been real bad.
It's been
like,
real
it's been
strong,
like exerted, overly exerted, bro.
Y'all make sure y'all get
tell
close
you.
with God.
Y'all
I ain't
get
gonna
close with
lie.
God.
stay close with God.
Please, cause easy. That shit.
It's crazy,
It's
bro.
like it's like actually sickening. Fool. It's blasphemy, bro. It's fucking. They're indoctrinating children. They're making like.
Yeah, it's too much, bro.
It's
too much.
actually bad, fool.
It's a lot going on right now.
I should break my mind run, dog. I can't stand shit like that.
Like they're literally
kids,
they're
man.
fucking possessing these people through MK Ultra. Their whole
To
goal
this day.
through MK Ultra was to kill on command with no memory of doing so. You think
Yes.
why do they kill themselves after that?
Yes.
Why do all these school shooters are killing themselves? Because they're not gonna have no memory of doing
Knocking
so.
out of that shit, bro.
They're like, oh, I didn't do this. What the hell? I
Or
didn't
they
do
coming
this.
back to and
That was-
realizing what they
Right.
did.
Dr. Sidney, that was the person in charge of the MK Ultra shit. He said out his mouth, their whole goal was to kill on command with no memory
No
of doing
memory
so.
of doing so.
It's like they have an amnesia barrier between their real identity and their new alternate personality. Their whole goal was to make people that will kill on command with no memory of doing so. Why are they killing themselves afterwards? What school shooter you know is alive right now? I don't know any.
It's only a select few.
It's only a select few, but have you heard interviews or anything about them?
No, 'cause
You're not going to hear shit about. Like I'm saying, school shooters that
All you see him is in court, but like
in court just
They
sitting
not
right
saying
there.
shit, not saying a
They
word.
say something, they're done. Their family is done.
Yeah.
Their people is done. That's all I gotta say. Well, this shit wicked, fool.
Yeah, nah, you might have just spanked.
Oh my
That they
goodness.
could.
They're done. They not talking.
I'm trying to tell
All
you,
I'm
nigga.
You say
all
something.
got a mask on. All I'm realize empty eyes.
And if they survive, bro, I'm trying to tell you, they not saying shit.
They empty eyes because I'm pretty sure, like when they come to the realization, that's why they're killing themselves.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell
It's
you.
not like they're just killing themselves. No, they come to.
They're
Why
coming
just kill
to-
kids? I'm
Like
killing
remember,
myself.
like if you even like we always draw comparison to Kanye. Kanye gonna start acting crazy because his owner, his handler already presented that they medicating and they do this and that. So they got the potential, they got the power to do so. And they already told us that the CIA was doing that to begin with.
Yeah.
They talking about that they ended it in 1957. They never ended it.
They
I
never
promise
ended
you
MK
They
Ultra.
just changed the scope of it. I
And
promise
just, they
you.
modernized everything. They modernized the slave owners. They were original managers, right? They modernized the MK Ultra thing. That shit used to be an actual, like, they use drugs and shit. Now they use the music to make you take drugs.
Yeah.
Type shit. Like, bro,
Yes.
it used to be, the music is the drugs.
Yes, and they
Music.
realize it pulls you to it.
It pulls you to that aggression. It pulls you to that sadness. It pulls you to that depression.
Who is the overseer of music?
The devil.
Lucifer, bro.
Yeah.
Like you can hear the most
Like you
beautiful
said.
sound and tune, bro, and
Like you
realize
said,
like, what is
His
this?
body was made of what?
Instruments, bro. His body was made of instruments, bro. We got a glimpse of that beauty turned against God.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Everything
That's
connects.
simple, bro.
That's
Everything
simple as
goes
that.
over.
Everything connects.
Everything connects it. Like, we literally say this beforehand, bro. We said this years beforehand. We say everything beforehand. We talked about the school shooters. We talked about Kitty. We talked about Snyder. We talked about Nick. We talked about Disney. We talked about Epstein.
We talked about all this, bro.
We talked about everything.
Maui, we
was
talked
surprised
about
that we saw
everything. The presidents, we talked about the government, bro. We really talked about every single thing. The CIA, we talked about how our people whether you want to talk about the United States, Africa, and Europe, has been taken advantage of by the elite powers, bro. We talked about it. We talked about everything.
That's enough said, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Look, bro. Look, y'all get close to God.
Yeah, stay close.
That's the only thing that'll save you. Nothing else.
Love y'all,
Nothing worldly.
Love y'all, man.
We always locking this, man.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, indeed.
You're 5 minutes.